Obviously, Islam Makhachev, fresh off his win against his last opponent, Morasis, he's been calling out a lot of opponents, and one opponent he's been really calling out was Tony Ferguson. Now, the reason he wants to fight Tony Ferguson was because obviously Khabib had his rivalry with Tony Ferguson, and unfortunately he was never able to get that fight against Tony Ferguson because of 5 times they tried to book that fight, and 5 times that fight never happened. So Islam Makhachev wants to get a win over Tony Ferguson for his mentor Khabib. One fight that I think is more interesting is a fight between him and Dan Hooker. Now, Dan Hooker actually called him out, and he said, I've got 3 losses just like Tony Ferguson has had in his last 6 fights, so why don't you fight me instead of fighting someone like Tony Ferguson? And in my opinion, I think a Dan Hooker versus Islam Makhachev fight is a very interesting fight. I think that's a fight that he should take. If you look at Michael Chandler, after beating Dan Hooker, managed to get a title shot. So, and on top of that, Michael Chandler actually did get the respect of a lot of UFC fans when he stopped him in the first round. Now, I think a fight between Islam Makhachev and Dan Hooker will be a very interesting fight. I do lean towards Islam Makhachev beating him, but I think that Dan Hooker would actually give him a very good fight and will give him a good test. And I think it will be a very interesting fight. So I think a fight between him and Islam Makhachev, a Dan Hooker versus Islam Makhachev fight, will be a very interesting fight. And obviously he's looking for someone within the top 10. Obviously there's been quite a few names thrown out there, and a fight between Islam Makhachev versus RDA sounds interesting. A fight between Islam Makhachev and Beneil Dariush sounds interesting. Obviously the Tony Ferguson fight, which I'm not really a fan of because I think Tony Ferguson is just way past it at this point. But a fight that I do want to see is a fight between Dan Hooker and Islam Makhachev, because I think both of them have got a lot going for each other in terms of fighting each other. How does Islam Makhachev deal with Dan Hooker's size? If you look at Dan Hooker's when he's training, he tends to spar with Israel Adesanya, who's a middleweight and has gone up to light heavyweight and fought Jan Blachowicz. How Dan Hooker manages to make the lightweight limit just doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like Dan Hooker is a fighter that should probably go up to light welterweight, because I think making the lightweight limit is probably what's making him not perform as well as he should. Obviously cutting weight does significantly affect your performance at times. So in my opinion, a fight between Islam Makhachev and Dan Hooker would be a very interesting fight, and it's a fight that I would definitely look forward to. But it's obviously up to his management to pick that particular fight. Whether he picks it or not depends on obviously his management. Obviously he is actually managed by Khabib's manager, which is Ali. So in my opinion, a fight between them would be an interesting fight. I think it's a fight that a lot of fans can get behind, and obviously Dan Hooker's a fighter, he doesn't mind going in there with the best fighters, so a fight between him and Islam Makhachev would be interesting, and it's a fight that I would definitely look forward to. But you tell me what you think. Who do you think Islam Makhachev should fight next? Do you want to see him fight a Dariush? Do you want to see him fight RDA? Do you want to see him fight Tony Ferguson and get that win over him? Or do you want to see him fight Dan Hooker? I personally want to see him fight Dan Hooker. I think that's an interesting fight. I think it's a fight where both of them, he can really show who he is and how well he is doing. Obviously he's been calling out the likes of Michael Chandler as well, which is an interesting fight. So yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me your opinion. What do you think is going to happen next? Who do you think Islam Makhachev is going to fight next, and how long do you think it will take for him to get a title shot? Like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.